Yeah. This video is about two people who clearly have no clue. No, more than two. Two people and their friends who clearly have no freaking clue about anything, about the laws and everything. They only think that they know the law, but in reality they don't. They don't. So, let's first address Taylor Gang's huge hypocrisy. Taylor Gang's huge hypocrisy. How can he actually call me out for complaining about his actions when he have been all the time complaining about other people's actions? I don't understand. How? How is that fair? He can't. Which means if he calls me out for things that he also is doing, that means that he is huge hypocrite and huge cunt. That's who Taylor Gang is. He's huge idiot who knows nothing. Yeah. And that 12-year-old boy, Zalavadia, he simply acts like a kid, 6-year-old kid. If he wants me to treat him like a teenager, then he will act like a teenager. And he won't. And then he will accept that criticism like a teenager should. All I was doing was criticizing him, not attacking him. All I was doing was criticizing him and calling him out for his mistakes. That's what I was doing all the time. Zalavadia automatically attacks me. He throws temper tantrums and stuff. Gets all angry at me. He just simply can't deal with those situations when somebody is actually criticizing him. And calling him out for his mistakes. Now Taylor Gang and his friends and Zalavadia want actually to do is defame Suzy Lu and Snapper Wolf, but guess what? Their attempt will in the end end up in a failure. They are already ending up in a failure already. That's how it is. That's how it is, and that's how it actually, I can see it. Because Suzy Lu and Snapper Wolf both are still getting more and more subscribers on YouTube. They are still getting more and more popular, more and more famous, more and more recognizable. on every possible platform. Yeah, that's how it is. And talking and just simply recording a video in front of somebody's house isn't doxing whatsoever. As long as you don't show where that house is located, the street number and the street name. Because house is house, it's just a building. So, it's not doxing when you just show a house in a video. You can actually do that according to law. You can actually do that according to all laws around the world. You can. And that's why there are a lot of even documentaries where actually even shown a lot of houses of other people. Well then, according to Telogang's nonsensical logic, then those people who are making those documentaries are also doxing. Well then, if what Snapper Wolf did is doxing, then when we are actually filming something, then also those people who are making documentaries on the streets, then those people are also doxing. According to Telogang's and Zelavadia's wrong and nonsensical logic. That's how their idiotic logic actually sounds. I'm simply taking apart their freaking deluded logic. Right freaking now. Explaining how stupid their idiotic logic is. To let them know, finally, so that they finally woke up from their absolute and disgraceful delusions of their absolutely wrong thinking. Just simply pathetic how they think that recording someone's house is a doxing. Just simply pathetic. It's just simply idiotic. They just act as if documentaries doesn't actually even exist. That's how pathetic their thinking is. And just how pathetic Telogang is. He also thinks that Suzu actually reacting to animes is anime video stealing. Just because she's reacting to full episodes. But it's not the same. And that's why she's not yet in the prison and she will never be. Because what she's doing is perfectly illegal. She's proven innocent by YouTube and by all the laws. Telogang in this one is also have been proven numerous times freaking wrong, and he still believes that he's the only one correct. Although lawyers and everyone's are actually thinking same way how I am actually thinking. That it's not anime stealing whatsoever. That her anime reaction videos are perfectly fine. Also, YouTube is thinking that her anime reaction videos are 100% fine. Now, there is nothing wrong with it, because it's different from the anime. Because how can the idea of the reaction video be the same of the anime episode? Also, Zalavadi is actually accusing Snapperwolf of gaming wrongly. How is that actually even possible? To actually game wrongly? I don't understand that. You can actually game only correctly. The only way how you can game is skillfully or without any skills. And that's it. Yeah. And when you are actually creating your own anime reaction videos, it's your own content. Nobody else's but yours. That's how it is. You are actually creating a new content out of someone else's content. Just like when you're buying bread. Like I said, it's a tale again many times ago. When you're buying bread, then that bread becomes yours. And then when you put, for example, like a butter on it, then that's already completely different bread. It's not anymore the same bread as it was before. Not anymore the same bread. Or if you are cooking it, it's already then not the same. Telugang things, it doesn't matter what you're doing with the bread, it's still the same bread, although it's not. It is changed, because you applied change. So bread, the same thing is with those reaction videos, you apply change. And you don't need actually permission to create your own videos, your own reaction videos, in order to make them according to the law. And so Zulu's anime reaction videos always have been fair use. Even if she's using full episodes, even then. Now then, according to Telogang, his sick logic, his sick friends, idiotic and deluded logic. Well then, there are a lot of YouTubers who are actually making anime reaction videos or reaction videos of any sort. Then now those reaction videos are not fair use whatsoever. If Zulu's anime reaction videos are not fair use, then that's how it is. That's how Telogang is actually saying. Yeah, I'm just simply showing to everybody right now Taylor Gangs and his friends idiotic logic. Idiotic and wrong logic. That they're not actually even thinking logically whatsoever. That they are actually being just simply hating morons just because Suzy and Snapperwolf have actually way more subscribers than they do, and way more fans than they do. Yeah, simply out of hate and out of jealousy, saying all those stuff about Suzy and Snapperwolf, which aren't actually even true. You know. So I hope Taylor Gang. I hope the Taylor Gang and his friends, including Zavodila or whatever the dude is, and Zalavadia. Zalavadia. That 12-year-old boy with whom I have currently beef because of his bad behavior all the freaking time. Will finally learn their lesson. The gang, Taylor Gang, his friends, in the Zalavadia will learn to finally think logically and with their brains, not with their emotions. Yeah. Suzy never false flagged anybody. It's Taylor Gang who false flagged Suzy and Snapperwolf a lot of times. And as Taylor Gang says, I never deleted my second YouTube channel. But that he was completely wrong. I still have it. Man, that second YouTube channel, I never deleted it. I only thought that I did, but I never did delete it. I still have that channel. I'm simply not using it any longer. And I completely forgot about it. But Taylor Gang was criticizing Suzy first, before I started to criticize him. Long before I started criticize him. Long before I started criticize him. He was already making those Suzy update videos already. And his first Suzy video is much older than my first video on him proving what happened first. He first criticized Suzy and then I criticized him. And then he became a big hypocrite and wanted to criticize me for criticize him, although he also criticized Suzy. That's what happened. Taylor Gang became big hypocrite. He simply couldn't take it when somebody is actually calling him out. He simply didn't like that somebody calls him out for his delusions and mistakes. Sometimes my language is actually like a little bit stuttering because that's how it is with me. Sometimes that's how it is with me. Yeah. But just showing somebody's house is not doxing whatsoever. Just showing somebody's house is not doxing whatsoever. That's how it is. And reacting to an anime is also fair use according to all the laws. That's how it is. It's allowed. You're allowed to make reaction videos all over the world according to the laws. That's how it is. You're allowed. You always have been allowed to do that. If Sniper Wolf would have actually doxed Jax Films, then Sniper Wolf would have been already behind the bars by now. Already been caught by police and already behind the bars. The same with Suzy-Lu. If her anime reaction videos wouldn't have been legal and against the law, then she would have been already behind the bars already. Because for illegal actions, you mostly get behind the bars. According to how I know those laws, you either get to pay a huge fine, or actually get for a couple of years to sit behind the bars. But Sniper Wolf never actually got behind the bars after she filmed something in front of Jax Films' house. That means that what she did was not doxing, was not illegal. That's how it is. You Taylor Gang and you Taylor Gang friends and supporters, and you Zalavadia, you will have to accept it. That it's legal. But they did. It's legal according to all the laws all over the world. You can't do anything about it. That's it.